On September 6, 2018, Amber Geiger, an off-duty Dallas cop, finished a long shift and headed home. She parked on the wrong floor of her apartment complex, the fourth instead of the third. Tired and distracted, she walked to what she thought was her unit, number 1478. But it was actually Botham Jean's apartment, one floor up. Jean, a 26-year-old accountant, was inside, unarmed, eating ice cream. Geiger, still in uniform, entered, saw Jean, and mistook him for an intruder. She drew her gun and fired twice, hitting him in the chest. Jean died shortly after. Geiger called 911, claiming she'd made a terrible mistake. As police rushed to the scene, a nation watched, stunned by the tragedy that unfolded in an innocent man's home. You're watching Controversial Crimes TV. I'm your host, James Carver.
Where's the shooter at? Where's the shot at?
No, top left.
Which one? Turn it. On their way.
Wow, get over there. Let's get over there.
Yeah, go over there. Yeah.
Chief!
Hey, can you hear me? Talk to me. Can you hear me?
Start CPR.
10:05.
Hey, can you hear me?
Fox 143, we start CPR.
10-4. Can you make sure it's 1478? That's the apartment we're in. 10-4.
Hey, Big Tom.
Come on,
Big Tom,
Chief.
talk to me. Hey, talk to me. Hey, talk to me, Big Tom. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Come on, Chief. Let me know if you need me to switch. Clears mouthway.
As you can see, these officers clearly understand the severity of Jean's injuries and have started CPR immediately. You can hear the panic in their voices as they try to mentally unravel what events have taken place to lead up to this while trying to save this innocent man's life.
Fox 143, you do have DFR en route, correct?
That is correct.
Hey, just swallow him. Tell him to get here fast. Get here. Tell him to get here.
Come on, Chief. It's good. We good. Just put some gloves on.
There's an off-duty officer with the victim. That's all I have so far.
He's still here. Hey, Wilson.
Keep going. Keep going. I'll switch.
Breathing, bro. He's breathing.
Come on, Chief. Come on, Chief. Come on, Chief.
10-4.
Elevate his leg.
Come on, Chief.
Is there bandages? It looked like it went out through the back.
It's right there in his chest.
Come on, Chief. Come on, Chief. Look in his counter. See if he got any first aid. Look in his bathroom and underneath his counter.
Is anyone with the officer yet on the shooting? Lima 310 is.
Hold pressure on it. Hold pressure on it. Oh, we got paper towel, Sarge. We got it.
He got me. This is out of it.
As the officers continue to work on Jean, I want you to listen closely to what they say.
Hey, roll him around. Let's see if it's back. Oh, this way. Yeah.
Through.
Yeah. You need some help over that way? Nah, I got it.
Come on, Chief.
Been doing it.
Come on, Chief.
We just...
Finally, paramedics have arrived to the building but are having trouble getting to that floor. You can hear the one officer try to clear up the situation by saying, "Tell them no suspect." It's an officer-involved shoot.
Hey, tell them no suspect.
Yeah.
Just Austin Ball shooter.
Keep his head up.
We're not now the suspect.
I got it. No, put some gloves on. Put some gloves on.
Come on, Big Tom. Come on.
Check his pulse.
Anything?
Light.
The situation has just gotten increasingly more urgent as the officer has just determined that Jean's pulse is light, which means it is fading and fast.
Check,
Come on, Big Tom.
Check. Light.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey, does anyone have pressure?
Hey, who's not involved? Get out. You got crime scene right here.
Hey, does anyone have pressure bandages?
Tourniquet?
Tourniquet's no good.
Oh, no. The
Gauze.
pressure shit. The pressure
Gauze, yeah. The quick clot stuff. Need a switch in?
Yeah.
I got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25.
As the officer is taking over the CPR and yelling at Jean to hold on, you can see relief on the other officers' faces as the medics have arrived to take control of the situation and give Jean much-needed medical attention.
You're far behind you.
Wait till someone gets over here. Take over for me.
No, he went out the He's just pumping out. He's just pumping out the back.
I'm out.
Who don't have gloves on? Do me a favor. Take out a pen and pad, write his name down for me.
Where was get him on the backboard? Let's get him on the stretcher.
Fox 143.
Fox 143.
Take this DL for me. This DL number for me.
Go ahead with it.
41.
10-4.
Add it to the call sheet.
10-4. Lima 320. Lima 320.
You can have
We notified homicide.
Hold on, somebody grab him. He's got the pack. They got it behind you.
Negative. Send me a number and I will have the sergeant in here do that. Correct. That's going to be SIU. They've done that. 402. Good.
As the medics take Jean away, you can hear one of the officers ask, "Whose apartment is this?" Still in disbelief of this horrific situation.
Yeah, I put it on the call sheet.
Call sheet.
Who's what?
Can someone bring them crime scene tape?
Yeah.
What's his apartment?
Lima 361. We have somewhere in the...
We got a name. We got a name.
Yeah. We just need to get us to the EPD.
Hey, do me a favor. Who's that?
Supervisor.
Hey, Lopez. Hey, grab everybody badge number real fast. Just tell me.
They're doing it. Okay.
Hey, do this DFR.
Who's pick your hers, bro.
Lima 320.
Hey, I'm gonna step out.
Yeah,
10-4, you give me the one in charge?
Whose vest is that?
hers.
Whose?
Hers.
The officers have spotted Amber Geiger's bulletproof vest inside Botham Jean's apartment. The gravity of the situation is clearly dawning on some of them. Their gazes now sweep the room, no longer fixed on Jean. Just moments ago, this apartment was someone's refuge, a safe retreat after a grueling day's work. Now it's morphed into a confusion-charged crime scene. As the medics rush Botham Jean through the maze-like corridors of the Southside Flats apartment complex, his body still and silent on the stretcher, the gravity of this moment begins to ripple outward. The fluorescent lights flicker overhead, casting long shadows as they navigate the turns, paramedics shouting commands to clear the way. What happened here, in apartment 1478, was just the beginning. A spark that would ignite a firestorm of investigation, legal battles, and public outcry. Let's dive deeper into what unfolded after this tragic night on September 6, 2018. The Dallas Police Department took charge of the initial investigation, a decision that immediately raised eyebrows. Jean's family and community leaders questioned whether the department could fairly investigate one of its own. Within hours, a search warrant was executed on Jean's apartment. Officers seized 10.4 grams of marijuana, his cell phone, and the electronic door lock, items later criticized as an attempt to smear Jean's reputation rather than clarify the shooting. Geiger's apartment just below was also searched, her phone and key fob taken as evidence. Neighbors reported hearing an exchange of words before the shots, contradicting Geiger's claim of a silent confrontation, but the police didn't release her 911 call publicly at first. Pressure mounted fast. 3 days later, on September 9th, an arrest warrant charged Geiger with manslaughter, not murder, a move that fueled protests across Dallas. Demonstrators clogged streets, decrying racial bias. A white officer had killed an unarmed black man in his own home, and the charge felt too light. Geiger was released on a $300,000 bond, still on administrative leave. The backlash grew so intense that the Dallas PD handed the case to the Texas Rangers, a state agency, to take over the investigation. The Rangers dug into the details: the door's faulty lock that didn't always close fully, the garage layout where Geiger parked on the 4th floor instead of her usual 3rd, and the red doormat outside Jean's door, a clue she'd missed. On September 24th, Dallas Police Chief Renee Hall fired Geiger, citing adverse conduct after an internal review. But the investigation wasn't done. By November 30th, a Dallas County grand jury upped the ante, indicting Geiger for murder, not just manslaughter. The decision came after weeks of public demands for accountability, with Jean's mother, Allison, declaring her son's death an act of tremendous evil. Geiger pleaded not guilty, setting the stage for a trial that would grip the nation. The murder trial began on September 23, 2019, in Dallas's 204th District Court. Prosecutors painted Geiger as reckless, arguing she ignored obvious signs: Jean's doormat, the smell of marijuana, the different floor layout, that she wasn't in her apartment. They said her intent to kill, proven by her drawing her service weapon and firing, made it murder, not a mistake. Geiger's defense leaned on self-defense, claiming she genuinely believed she was in her own home facing a threat. She testified tearfully, saying she was scared to death when she saw Jean's silhouette, and that she regretted it every day. Witnesses complicated the story. Some heard knocking and a woman's voice saying, "Let me in before the shots," clashing with Geiger's account. On October 1st, after less than 2 days of deliberation, the jury found her guilty of murder. A rare conviction for an officer in such a case. The courtroom erupted. Jean's family wept with relief. The next day, sentencing began. Prosecutors asked for 28 years, symbolizing Jean's would-be age, while the defense highlighted Geiger's remorse. Jean's mother, Allison, spoke of her sleepless nights. His brother, Brant, stunned the room by forgiving Geiger, even hugging her after saying he didn't want her jailed. On October 2nd, the jury handed down 10 years, a sentence some cheered as justice, others decried as too lenient. Protesters chanted, "No justice, no peace" outside, while inside, the judge wiped tears from her eyes. Geiger didn't stop fighting. In 2020, her lawyers appealed, arguing self-defense and pushing for a lesser charge, like criminally negligent homicide. On August 5th, 2021, the Texas Fifth Court of Appeals upheld the murder conviction, ruling her intent to kill outweighed her mistaken belief. The Texas Court of Criminal Appeals declined to hear her case in 2022, and the U.S. Supreme Court denied her final appeal that November. She stayed in prison at Gatesville, her 10-year term intact. The legal saga didn't end there. In October 2018, Jean's family filed a civil lawsuit against Geiger and Dallas, alleging excessive force and poor police training. The city was dropped, but in November 2024, a federal civil trial began. Geiger, unrepresented and absent, faced testimony from Jean's loved ones. On November 22nd, a jury awarded the family $98,665,000 for wrongful death. Symbolic, as Geiger couldn't pay. Earlier, in October 2024, she'd been denied parole, despite 6,000 signatures opposing her release. Her next chance comes in 2026. Her full release date remains September 29, 2029. As the stretcher bearing Botham Jean disappeared into the night, it left behind a wound that wouldn't heal easily. The investigation exposed flaws, the courts delivered mixed justice, and Dallas wrestled with its scars. For Jean's family, it was about more than verdicts. It was about a life cut short, a voice silenced, now echoing through every step of this long, painful aftermath.